everyone, this is Mary from Athena's Bibliotheca, and today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog for a book. And this book is probably something you expect of me, because I don't know, just by looking at my shelves or anything, if you realize this or not, but I'm slightly obsessed with the Percy Jackson world, so you might be able to guess how excited I was when Rick Riordan announced the Chalice of the Gods, and I instantly pre-ordered this book. I'm finally able to start reading it today, and I'm going to vlog the experience because I'm just that excited. Let's get reading. The first sentence. Look, I didn't want to be a high school senior. Rick Riordan knows exactly where to hit for nostalgic feels. Okay, I'm about a third of the way into it. I'm on page 86, just before chapter 12, and I'm loving this so much. Let me get the cover. I'm loving this book so much. The nostalgia for the series, it just makes me happy to read the series. I'm just giggling and having the best time with Percy, Annabeth, and Grover. I love them, and they're precious to me. This series just always makes me smile, and it just makes me so happy. Like, I have no complaints whatsoever about what I'm reading. I put some markers to show you some quotes, trying to keep it spoiler free. If you don't know what this one is about, it takes place after Heroes of Olympus, but before Trials of Apollo. And it's about Percy Jackson trying to get recommendation letters from gods to join the new Rome University. Because apparently he hasn't done enough yet, so he needs recommendation letters to get into college. I think there's a part in this book that he talks about, like, it's not enough that I defeated the Titans and the Giants. I have to do more stuff for you to get into this college. And I'm like, you're right. You should not have to do anything else. You should just get free ride to college is what you should get. I'm going to read you some of these quotes though, because I love Percy's sass, and it's still there in this book. Obviously, it didn't go away. If you're watching this video, you probably want to read it. I'm trying not to spoil it. This is a quote about Percy, and it's obvious. And if you've read the other ones, you're like, yeah, okay. Whatever you say, Percy, whatever you say. Just because I've been known to burn places down, blow things up, and unleash apocalyptic disasters wherever I go, that doesn't mean I'm totally irresponsible. I love Percy. The next quote I have for you is about Annabeth. Gotta love those Annabeth pep talks. They always boil down to, if A equals B, then okay. If A doesn't equal B, then dead. I mean, I don't know why Percy's complained about Annabeth's, because Percy's plans are usually the same way. The next quote I want to talk about, it just made me laugh because I am also a millennial, so it had me giggling, and so I'm going to read that to you. She was welcoming a group of millennials who wanted to relive the 90s through magic of Spice Girls karaoke. I hope they make it out alive. I just... He put a Spice Girls reference in it and I couldn't help but laugh. If you couldn't tell, I'm having a great time and I'm loving it. So I'm gonna go back to reading and I'll update you in the next third maybe. We'll see whenever I decide to talk to the camera again. Just push him over. I'm at page 182, so I have this much more to go, which is less than 100 pages. I'm having a great time. This book just makes me really happy, and I don't know what else to say, because Percy's humor, and I just love it, and every time he makes a quip, it just makes me laugh. And it just makes me so happy. Like, this book brings me pure joy. Like, that's all there is. I have some more quotes that I want to share with the class. First one. Reptiles are people too. With poison, I said, and cold blood, and a nasty bite, and... Okay, maybe that also describes humans. It's just funny, okay? I can't. Okay, what's the next one I have? I squirmed on the bench. I was the absolute last person who should have been giving advice on personal relationships. Well, maybe the absolute last after Zeus, my dad, and the rest of the Olympian gods. I'm like, yeah, the worst person to get relationship advice is definitely Zeus. If you know anything about Greek mythology, that's probably the first thing you learned. The next one is, I hadn't practiced my dive at all, but I figured I'd spent so much of my life plummeting downward, I'd be a shoo-in for first place. I like the sections or parts or quotes, I don't know, that they're funny, but if you have the context, they're even funnier. And I'm just like, it just brings up all the memories of the past events. It's that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, you're right. You're hilarious, and I love you. The next one is about Percy's little sister. If you didn't know, it's mentioned in Trials of Apollo, and I'm pretty sure it's mentioned in another series as well. But in this book, you find out how Percy learned that he was going to have a little sister. Well, they don't know that it's a girl yet, but he finds out that Sally's pregnant. But I didn't realize, or I don't remember it ever saying a date anywhere. I mean, it could have, and I just slipped my mind. But it just made me happy because Percy's little sister's birth or due date, her due date is March 15th. And March 15th happens to be my birthday. So that just made me happy. Just made me smile. And I'm like, that's great. I love it. I am perfectly fine sharing my birthday with Percy Jackson's sister, if she ended up being born on her due date anyway. So those are what I want to talk to you about. And I'll probably finish it tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, it's almost midnight, so it's probably going to be tomorrow, whether it's tomorrow after I sleep or tomorrow before I sleep. That is the actual question. We'll find out. And I finished it. This book is just so much fun to me. There's nothing really else I can say except I had joy reading it. Seeing Percy, Annabeth, and Grover back together just made me so happy. Percy still has the same sass. He's still the same lovable character you've always known. And I love it so much. I'm so happy that Rick Riordan is writing another Percy Jackson book too. I don't know if you know, but I think it's called, here's a picture of the book so far. I think it's called The Wrath of the Triple Goddesses. I was like, that sounds like it's going to be fun. Love it. Recommend for anybody who likes Percy Jackson. And if you do like Percy Jackson, I'm surprised you haven't read it already. Like, I'm surprised I hadn't read it as soon as I got it in the mail. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed me gushing about Percy Jackson, because I'm always down for that. And I may or may not see you next week. I make no promises. Bye.